Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Hey everybody, it's Liam and Big Al's not here. He's I think he's away in the Gold Coast or something. But it's okay, everybody, because you know who I'm with right now? Kiwi Paul and Scottish George. This is the Badcast. Thanks for joining us today. We are here at the home ground of the Badcast, the Elephant British Pub, with about 1 million beers on tap, and it's Wednesday, so it's like $8 jugs of West End fellas. So everyone's drinking and having a good time, I think.
That's the reason I'm here, mate. Oh, well, and the Badcast, obviously.
It's $8 jugs if you're a povo. I'm like $10 jugs. I'm on the good
Scottish
stuff.
man say a povo is just it's a wonderful thing.
Did you learn that here? Like, what would be the equivalent of povo in Scotland?
Yeah.
Right?
What's a poor man? What's a dero or a
what's
poor man in Scotland?
In Scotland.
I don't know, because that's what I am.
Me.
I know what the rich people are called, but I don't know what they call us. You've got to be on the other side to have that.
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Mate?
Yeah.
Do you call him mate?
Yeah.
I mean, Bogans here, well, if you ask them what's the equivalent of Bogan, they'll be like, well, I don't know, because I'm not a Bogan.
Yeah,
You know,
it makes sense.
I don't know.
Exactly right. What would you call him?
So, what's been going on, fellas? It's been a while since I've caught up with both of you. But I think since the last time we spoke, Kiwi Paul has been overseas.
Yeah. Again.
Where did you go?
I went to the bad place called Thailand.
Not your bedroom. We're talking about international countries, Paul.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No. Went to Thailand. That was pretty interesting.
Okay. Who'd you go with?
Queensland Dave.
Righto. Okay. Yep. Okay. Very good.
So he'd been there a few times. He was my tour guide. Yes, I was worried.
So tell us, how did it all go? Was it a smooth trip, good times?
It was actually a smooth trip. Well, initially it wasn't.
Righto.
So before we left, we decided to get on the piss to celebrate that we're going overseas.
I even think you said you weren't even going to drink for like the week or so prior because you wanted to save your money for overseas, which is obviously
what normal people do.
Yeah.
But not Kiwi Paul and Queensland Dave. So we got on the piss for 3 days before that.
Yep.
Fucking blind. We woke up with, I think it was about an hour and a half before we had to be there. I'd lost my phone that night in the house somewhere. Like, how can you lose your phone in your own house? Yeah, that's me. Then we got on the flight, made it, thank fuck.
So no phone? You're without a phone?
No phone, so I've got my wallet. I'm thinking to myself, I'm good. I've got a wallet.
In
got
fairness,
money.
Paul, you don't really know your own house very well.
No.
You know my house very well.
House.
Yeah. You lost it there.
I was hoping it was home. But you should have seen what we packed. That was even funnier.
Go on.
Like old jacket. We're going to a place where it's 40 degrees and
why?
We had
Because
like
you just
three
pissed
old jackets.
and you just
blind.
drunkenly grabbing things out of your
pretty
wardrobe and throwing it in the bag.
It was ridiculous.
Yep.
So by the
No
time we got over
pants.
there, well, I had one pair of shorts. But we kind of came to that conclusion. We're like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You get over there, it's going to be $3 a pair of shorts or something
Yep.
like that. So
Yep.
we're like, yeah, no worries, we're good. What we didn't realise is Thailand had been so now they realise that we've been there, Australians have been there, and it's like those $3 pair of shorts are now about $12.
Really?
Yeah.
Inflation, man.
Inflation will get you.
Yeah.
But before that, so we got to Sydney. We thought, all right, we made it. We're halfway there. Had 4 hours there. Well, what should we do for 4 hours? We're still pissed from the night before. And Dave's like, righto, let's get in a cab. We're going to the closest pub. How close is the closest pub? About 4 Ks. We'll be right. No worries.
Yeah.
Went to that pub, met some random locals, and then forgot what time we were leaving.
Okay.
So by the time we got back, the actual flight attendant told us, she was like, you're fucking lucky we waited. We were like probably about 45 minutes late.
Righto.
For the flight.
This is the flight back?
Or the flight there.
Oh, the flight there.
This is the beginning, son.
Okay, so it's already getting bad from the beginning. All right. Well, he's just jumped ahead from the whole holiday. Didn't want to talk about or anything. And
Not yet. We'll get to that.
All right.
Next
Okay.
time.
Sorry.
So I've got Dave, the guide. So imagine that.
So
He's
just
quite nice.
basically a tour of the rub and tugs in town.
It was very similar to something of that. It's like, here's a place, Paul.
Did you get your nails done?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
At least twice.
Okay.
In the same night.
It's
But the best place was PP Island. If anyone else goes to Thailand, PP Island.
Go on. Why?
Just full of backpackers and just getting drunk.
Did you get lucky over there, dude?
I did not there.
What does that
Nearly
mean?
got taken home by a ladyboy.
Nearly.
What
do you think about that, George?
Close my eyes, boys.
I'm kind of thinking some poor Aussie almost went home with Paul.
But
Pretending he's a local.
on the second day there,
Very offensive to Thai people, by the way.
what?
I have to say, it's not all about that. There's an amazing culture. There's beautiful food. There's beautiful
History.
ladies with
Yeah.
gorgeous.
It was very interesting.
And so go on. And what else?
So on the second day there, I lost my wallet.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's like you never left home.
I know.
You do all this
It's
stuff
basically
here.
I was on the piss, but in a different country.
This
It's
is
a little
this is
bit more
normal
stressful
stuff
there.
for Kiwi Paul, everybody. He does that all the fucking time. In fact, tonight he might lose his shit.
Again.
Do you know what we're doing after this podcast? We're going to another pub where he
Purely.
left his fucking jacket.
Well, I really like that jacket. If I didn't like it,
You just like leave
don't worry.
breadcrumb trails of wherever you've been.
Yeah. Last week I was here. Because I bought some Bose headphones.
Okay.
Over in Thailand, which I
Legit.
really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Legit ones.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
It's Thailand.
12 boxes.
Lost them last week. Devastated. They were really good quality.
Out of 10, how pissed do you get every night?
Well, every night.
Average it out.
Oh, we average it out. Well, I'm going to go with 5. 5 would be
5 is an average.
because I'm blind 3 nights a week.
Okay, so it's 4
So you
nights of the
pull it
week.
back 4 nights a week.
So you're
I'm
over
sober.
100% drunk if that's the case. If it's
How does that work?
50%. Did you say 50%?
Yeah, about a 5.
So if it's so I'm just doing the maths, and that means if 4 days is the days you're not pissed out of your brain,
Yep.
but 3 days is, that means you're getting more than 100% pissed.
Oh, absolutely.
3 days.
I tell
You
you
think
what,
I lose
your
my
maths-
shit?
You've got to lay off the fucking mushrooms, Liam.
Yeah, sorry, fellas. Sorry.
A few more effects, these mushrooms you're talking about.
Have you tried the
What
lion's
other
mane
mushrooms?
The
mushrooms?
lion's mane, everybody.
They're positive mushrooms. Not these negative ones that you're having.
So what about you, Scottish George? What's been happening with you, mate?
Oh, I've not been going to Thailand, and I've not been getting drunk. You know, I'm living a holy, healthy life.
Wholesome life, really.
Wholesome. That's what.
Yeah.
You know, just usual stuff. Masturbating.
Yeah, usual.
Working.
Well, I did go see temples.
Okay. So you went.
Attataya, we went to Attataya. We actually went on the train there.
Okay.
That's an experience. I assumed it's going to be like India.
Right.
People hanging out the windows and stuff, and I'm like, this is going to be awesome, you know? I'm going to get on the roof and shit.
Just
No.
like you do in Adelaide.
Not at all.
No.
And poor old Dave, he was a trooper.
Okay.
He had the shits, obviously, because he'd eaten the wrong food.
Okay.
Old Iron Guts Paul was fine.
Right.
Yeah, so every 12 seconds, literally, poor old Dave's going to the toilet, turning whiter and whiter, and you see how white Dave is. It's hard. So I felt sorry for him there, but
Yeah.
it was just like it's just more interesting. Like we could have got like a minivan there to Attataya, which is about I don't know, an hour out, or for about probably about $50 or $50, or get the train. It's about $8 each.
Yeah, but where did the ladyboys come into this?
Oh, that was that's another story. Well, that was actually when I was on PP Island.
All right.
So we're on PP Island. We only spent 3 days there. It's full of backpackers. Also, obviously, the locals. Bucko's blind. All of a sudden, this bloke's I didn't even realize it was a bloke, trying to lead me around the corner, and I'm thinking it's a lady.
Was he trying very hard, or?
No, not at all. I was blind. I was like, how you going? I've won here, boys. I've got me one. Reel it in, you know? So we went around the corner, and we went into the light, and I'm like, fuck me dead. You're a pretty man.
What was it that gave it away?
The voice.
His beard.
You can't hear the beard. No, it was manicured really well, like a point on it and stuff.
Yep. 2018, everybody.
So yeah, I just got my sucked and left. You know,
Yeah.
as you would.
Nothing weird.
Nothing weird. Just close your eyes.
Needs to all be bleeped out.
You know, the pros and cons. You
sure.
do the pros and cons
You
when
do,
you're there. at
you
that
weigh it
time.
all up in the end, don't you?
No, but PP Island's probably the best place. It's picturesque. Got like pools that you just sit in and look out, like you'd see on TV, like a massive beach. And on each side of the beach, there's picturesque large mountains that end the beach to show the sunset. It was just amazing.
Do you have overseas listeners to this podcast?
Yeah, actually, most people who listen to the Badcast are
Because
overseas.
I think they'll probably understand what I'm saying is the fact that we look at Australia and we go, what a fucking beautiful country. And so many amazing things to see and experience, and the beaches and the sun, and all the Australians want to do is fuck off and do it somewhere else. That's why people come here. They go to the beach and go, look, this is beautiful, with golden sands and beautiful women and But you guys just can't wait to get out of here and do it somewhere else.
But it's like Scotland, we want to go to Scotland, and you're like, why? It's like, the place you live in, you never really go on an adventure.
But you're kind of, we don't. For a Scottish person, we don't say, "Oh, I can't wait to go to somewhere really cold and rainy."
Yeah, well, okay, you win on that one.
But you just kind of go, "I can't wait to go somewhere where there's beaches and it's sunny and you can drink piss and have a barbecue." But as long as it's not in this country, But
we've had enough.
You could just go interstate. It's such a massive place. You can just go, let's do that in Bondi. Let's do that in the Gold Coast. Let's do that.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, it's sometimes more expensive to travel inside of Australia than it is to go to
I've heard
some places.
Yeah. We're currently looking at going to Vietnam right now. And
you and your man life partner.
Yeah, that's it. And also your cousin.
Ah.
So imagine that. That guy there overseas, he's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Going to be
good times. Abroad.
Old captain doesn't listen. So we're going to do the motorbike ride. The motorbike ride in Vietnam?
Yeah, it's always a great idea.
Yeah.
Never heard that turn bad.
Yeah, I know, right? Not the fact that you can't at all get insurance for it.
Yeah.
And you must have a bike license over there, which is fucking difficult to get.
Yeah.
And I don't have a license here in Australia, first of all. So it's going to be it's all bells and whistles, mate. I tell you,
it's going to be central for you, mate.
I'm fine. I'll blend in. I've even got like a Thai tattoo from my little trip.
You got inked over there, did you?
I got inked over there.
Let's look.
It's tiny as because I'm a little girl. But see, I can show this when I get to Vietnam. They'll be like, so I'll be fine. This trip's already organised.
I love how you roll.
Oh my God, Paul.
All right, Paul's getting naked.
That's disgusting.
That is absolutely.
When's the scab coming out?
Yeah, I know.
All right, what does it even say?
Tiny.
You have no fucking idea what that says,
do
you?
You know what the funny thing is? No, it actually says family, right?
Are you sure about that?
Well, I asked like at least 20 Thai people just to make sure.
What,
I'm not kidding.
Before or after?
After. They never gave me the look. You know the look when you get like you're like, what does this mean? They never gave me the.
I go, oh yeah.
Did you say you live in South Australia?
Sorry?
I think it says.
Well, the funny thing is my mate's like, what does that mean? And I'm like, well, fuck, I get lost all the time because I don't know if you've ever been to Thailand. Everything looks the fucking same, right? You'll go around the corner, you're like, and you're fucking blind, right? And you're like, fuck, do I turn left or right? Like, literally, the way you tell, you stick to your little small area and you go, okay, the cars are going to the left, you're getting close to home because the road over the other side is going to the right. You don't go past 2 blocks. You just go left or right.
Drunken navigation.
Exactly
I'm
right.
With
it works.
You.
It worked for us. I didn't die. Dave didn't die. Close, but anyway. I told my mate, he's like, oh, what happened? I'm like, well, fuck, I got lost all the time. So I put the hotel room on my arm. And that way, if I get lost, I'll just show someone and they can tell me where the hotel is.
It's a great idea.
Fucking believe me.
Perfect fucking idea.
Because obviously that's something I do.
You should have 2 tattoos. One on one arm just saying, I came here with a bag. Another arm saying, I came here with a jacket. And then roll up your sleeve. So if you came with a bag, roll up that sleeve. If you came with both, roll up both sleeves.
That's
so before
perfect.
you go home, just check your sleeves and go, fuck, I came with a bag.
That would be perfect because if I took on my jacket, someone would be like, read my arm and go, oh, did you come with a bag? Oh, did you come with a jacket? Oh, yeah, I did too.
I had a mate when I was living in Leeds, fucking champion bloke. His name Spider. His name was. Hope you're listening, Spider.
I like
Love
that.
you, man.
I like that dude's name.
Because he ate spiders. That's pretty much
bullshit.
No, he did.
Are you serious?
He ate spiders.
He ate spiders.
How old were you?
Anything. I was
all kinds of
maybe
fucking
20 years old.
Anthropods.
He just was an animal.
Everybody, we're going to hear about George's mate Spider after this drinks break.
Yeah.
We'll be back with some more Badcast after this, everybody.
Here's 5 reasons you should join the next stand-up comedy course with the School of Hard Knock Knocks. 1. Your business presentations suck. 2. Humour will get you laid. 3. Your friends think you're funny. 4. You've always wanted to try stand-up comedy. Or 5. All of the above. The School of Hard Knock Knocks runs evening classes in Melbourne and Adelaide and have developed over 100 comedy graduates. Want more information? Go to www.schoolofhardknockknocks.com and check out our upcoming courses.
Now back to the boys.
And welcome back to the Badcast, everybody. We are here at the Elephant British Pub with about 1,000 beers on tap. I'm here with Scottish Paul and Kiwi George. See what I did there, guys? And we've also been
just a funny
joined by our new contestant, Daniel. Welcome to the Badcast arena, mate.
Hello, thanks for having me.
No worries, mate. I'm not sure you know what you're getting yourself into, but for the break, George, you were telling us about a friend of yours by the name of Spider.
I was, and then I went indoors and realised maybe I shouldn't say too much about Spider. for my own personal security reasons.
He seems like a real softie,
Well,
actually. With
please
a name
tell
like
us
that.
again
He
why he's
was-
called Spider.
Look, when I first moved
spiders.
to Yorkshire, my mate says, "Fucking Spider, like he's mental. He's
Did he have an Aussie accent in Yorkshire?
well, yeah." They told me he was a bit out there, and I
a
said,
bit of a
I don't
big
want to
deal.
meet him.
All right.
I'm not interested in meeting this guy. I don't want to spend any time with him. He's too dangerous. He cuts himself.
He was the
and
crazy guy in the
He
group.
was the old
we've
school
all had
kind
one of
punk,
those, yeah.
kind of, no fear and no remorse kind of person. And I heard all these stories, and I thought, I don't really want to hang about with someone like that. And then one night I was in a pub, and my brother introduced me to this guy called Colin, who was a lovely guy. He was a fantastic guy. And I thought, well, I'll stick around with
Next
him.
minute,
Yeah, but that was Spider.
he was Spider.
He was
All right.
Spider.
Next minute,
Yeah.
he was Spider.
So it was all good until we went to this club, and he broke a glass with his teeth.
Oh,
Like he just bit this glass. And
sounds
then
amazing already.
He cut his leg, and he done a
Oh,
noughts and
you've
crosses.
gotta be kidding
And
me.
he done a cross, and then handed me the glass and says, "It's your turn."
It's your turn. No.
Oh shit!
What do you do in that
I'm
situation?
drinking with Spider.
Did you?
Actually,
But the most important thing out of that story is I want to know who won the game.
I did actually have a go.
Yeah. You're a bigger man than me.
It's
I
really
wouldn't
hard
even
to
gone
carry
anywhere
a circle
near
in someone's
that.
leg with glass, but
I would have been that guy that would have went, "Ow, that's enough. I'm done."
And when
No,
you
it's
won,
bleeding
as
now,
well,
Mum.
and when you won, did you get to draw the line through it as well?
I'll tell you what. I ended up. He moved into my place.
Fuck off.
We
Fuck
shared the
off.
flat.
Are you serious?
He moved in, and
And that's when he started playing Monopoly on his chest.
he opened his duffel bag, and he pulled out his knife
He was
collection.
the piece. Oh, fuck off. He pulled out his knife
Massive knife
collection. Oh, this story is awesome. I love it. Carry on.
It's the reason I brought it up is because it's about a tattoo. But I'll tell you one other thing he did. I met this girl in a bar who's fantastic, and he says, "I'm going to go home early, so that when you get home, I'll be sitting in my speedos and a welder's mask, and I'll be holding an axe, and I'll have the lights out, and I'll just be nodding back and forward, just to figure out." And I was like, "Thanks, pal."
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
On your
Who
spine.
doesn't want a mate like that?
But
Spidey.
what he did, he would get so written off. He got a tattoo in his armpit,
Yep.
and he
In
just
his
got,
armpit.
He just got help written there.
So when he falls to sleep.
So when we were out and we were like really messy, he'd just raise one arm.
Yep.
And it would just say help, and I'd be like, Spider's got to go home. So it's about the tattoo. You're talking about tattoos before, and that
Yeah.
reminded me of him just raising
actually
his
quite
arm
good.
in clubs just with help written there. Like,
Spider's
I'm
got
ready
to
to
go
go.
home. Did you?
what a way
you
to
can't-
find out.
you can't send Spider home. You have to take Spider home.
Ah,
If you send him home, all sorts of things can happen.
he's got 8 legs. He can crawl home, can't he?
No, well, I remember one time we sent him home and he lost all his front teeth because I think he was throwing gyros bread at the gyros guy.
He was what?
And someone threw one back and he ducked, but he hit the counter with his front teeth.
Oh no.
Gyros bread is like kebab bread,
Kebab
for
bread,
everybody
yeah.
else who's not in.
Oh, well, that sounds like a fun-filled activity.
I really,
So
Spider, if you're out there, brother, how's that pool going?
it's all fun and games until someone loses their teeth. That
The
right
last-
there is what it
The
is.
last I heard, and I don't know if this is true, but
Ha!
my brother said, I phoned my brother and I says, "How's Spider going?" He goes, he's down his basement digging a big hole in his basement."
No.
And I said, "Why?" And he said, he's building a pool. But I'm pretty sure he was renting. He said he
In-house
want-
renovations.
he wanted a pool in his
All right.
basement.
So what you're trying to say is that if anyone ever goes to Glasgow, look up
Well, I
Spider.
think
Oh,
we
he's,
need to
he's
set
in
up a-
Yorkshire. He's in
Oh, he's in
Leeds.
Yorkshire now.
Yeah,
I think we need to set up a
Okay.
crowdfundme.
Find yourself.
Let's find
Let's
Spider.
find Spider. I like this. Yeah.
Let's find his wife, who's buried under the.
Yeah, I know.
When he was doing all that digging.
But he's got a nice pool. You
I
know.
don't think there was ever a pool.
It's a great pull.
I don't think the digging was.
Now,
Like
I thought this is
keywords
a
or
great time to
something,
bring
you know?
in our new guest, Daniel. Do you have any friends that have insect names?
Insect names. What do you mean? How did we get there?
No insect names.
We've just been talking about a fucking
Oh,
guy
Spider.
called Spider.
Spider. There we go.
Isn't
No
that
insect names, but other animal names.
Go on.
All right.
Talk to me.
A lot of my family actually get animal names.
Go
Oh,
on.
how
So,
did that come about?
do you want to tell us about your family and their
Heavy
nick-
drinking.
Oh, heavy drinking. I like
Heavy,
that.
heavy
I like
drink.
that.
So-
What
I
kind of
like
names
this,
are we
I like
talking
this.
about here?
Just letting you know, like moose.
Moose.
Yeah.
Nice.
Moose.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us
Yeah.
your name, Dan.
I actually just get called Dang. I don't have an animal name, so I don't know whether or not that's I haven't drunk enough yet.
Yeah. Oh,
But
have you been shunned from the family? Is this what happened?
Oh, that's why I moved to Adelaide.
You're like, fuck the animal name. I got this.
So,
where you
I'm
Daniel?
I'm from Mildura in Victoria.
Oh, Mildura.
You need to talk into a mic.
Would you, Mark? Just open.
There's I don't know if there's people with computers in Mildura to listen to the podcast.
Well, in general, you mean, like with no computers, or
Unable to use them is what you're trying to say? Or,
Yeah,
or
just
the
the
affordability
mix
of
of the
it.
So tell me about Moose.
Moose. So all my life I heard about this legendary Moose McGlashan. Like,
Okay.
he's an absolute trooper. Sneak into bars when he was like 14 and used the fake name as
nice.
Superman and do all these fantastic things.
Telling me Moose McClashen's not a fake name.
Apparently, it's not a fake name.
It's a Christian name. Thank you, George.
He's Welsh. I've heard all these amazing stories growing up, like in the workforce, hearing about Moose McGlashan, the amazing drinker. He passed out under a cop car one time, and he spent quite a lot of nights in lockup. And then one day, I went to take a car in to get service for my dad, and I dropped it off. I'm like, "Oh, this is for McGlashan," and the guy's like, "Moose? Do you mean Moose McGlashan?" And I was like, "My dad is Moose McGlashan."
No way.
And I had no idea. I'd heard all these amazing stories about
that's
Moose
awesome.
McGlashan that,
And you find out, like, literally,
Yeah.
it's my dad.
come on, I've got a whole new respect
Yeah,
for
I know,
my
right?
dad now.
Did you-
Isn't
Did
that
like, have
funny?
a
So
drink?
he won't tell you what why, or
Yeah,
like
how did it work? Did you get on the piss and then be like, righto, Dad,
Come on, Dad.
Yeah.
why is it Moose McClashen? Give me a story or two.
Apparently they wanted to have in the family like army style names, and they thought Moose was like a call sign.
Yeah,
Ah.
maybe.
I don't know why, but I know absolutely nothing
Well,
about.
No, actually, my dad was a military guy,
Yes,
and
he
his
was.
and his nickname was Sparrow with an A at the end.
Sparrow.
I said to him,
That's so Australian, isn't it?
I said,
Sparrow,
"What?
how you going?"
Why are you called Sparrow?" And he goes, "Oh fuck! And if I have to tell you, I'll have to fucking kill you." And
So why was he called Sparrow?
He wouldn't. He's never to this day. He's never told me.
No way.
He's seriously is not, and he's got on his arm.
CIA or
He's
something?
got a massive dagger down the side of his arm, and there's like a ribbon across saying Sparrow.
Oh,
And he won't
no.
fucking tell me why. So
I reckon that's like a father-son thing where you're like, I'm going to wind me.
He's probably told everybody else.
Years, right?
Yeah.
He's like,
He's
what
probably
actually
hiding.
happened was
he's probably got a website. Go, why
the
I'm
boys
called
just saw
Sparrow?
me. I was feeding some sparrows, and oh, you fucking sparrow. But
Feed
every
the
time he
sparrows.
But then my son asked me, I thought, fuck it, I'm going to take him out. I'm not going to tell him because that'll take the piss out of him for the rest of his life. And your old man is the type of guy that would do that.
Good on you, Sparrow.
He really
if you're
has.
listening,
Good on you, Sparrow.
big shouts out to you.
Maybe, and I love your dad. He's fantastic. But maybe he, maybe you got a lot of step brothers and stepsisters because he shot when he was in service.
Yes.
I'm just shooting.
Yes, that's true. He just comes in, goes away. He's quick. Old Sparrow.
Like a
he's
nimble
quick.
sparrow.
Flies in and out real
Yeah,
quick.
that's it.
So, so Daniel, all right. So you said you got Moose. You said a whole bunch of animal
All right.
names though.
Yeah,
So
so
what other
other
ones have we
family
got
members,
here?
Occasionally my brother gets called Tiger.
Tiger.
Okay.
Um,
What's that relating to?
I don't know if it's to do with my entire family supports Richmond and any Tigers sporting club.
Okay.
Much
So
like
is
my
he
dad.
up and coming in a sense?
No. He's a heavy drinker. He's been retired from football for many a year now. Yeah, most of the family's just heavy drinkers. Strong
Strong drinking culture.
Yeah, heavy sounds like it's
It's a
a problem. It's more of an art.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
with you on that.
There's
And we
drinking
all are at
happening
this
a lot of the
table.
time,
Yes,
and
it's all very happy drinking though, so it's okay.
it's very good. It's very good.
You asked Daniel why I said that he's the most intelligent alcoholic I know.
Okay, so
Give us your
actually a really good question.
It's very flattering. At the moment, I'm studying genetics at university.
All right.
Oh shit!
Can you have a look at this rash I've got? Is that? It's a different thing.
different
All right.
field, different
sorry.
field.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry. All right. Let me just put my pants back up now,
Genetics.
Sparrow doesn't know.
and just still zipping and just adjusting my
Sparrow.
pants.
That's what you call him. We could call him Chick Sparrow, the baby sparrow.
A fledgling.
The fledgling. Oh, see? Oh, there we go.
So go on. Sorry. You're studying genetics. Yes.
Yes, just because I thought it was interesting.
Okay.
It's basically the gist of it.
What is the thing that interests you about it?
The fact that it's the DNA or the whole genome is something so tiny, so incredibly compact,
Yeah.
and yet it holds pretty much all the
I
information
know.
that makes us
I know.
us.
Very true.
Like, so with DNA, for example,
Yeah.
there's a base pair, which is kind of like one section of code. So like if it was in binary, it'd be a 0 or a 1. There's about 3 billion of them in the human genome, so a lot. And then there's extra ways to modify that to make it work differently. So it's this huge amount of information that we're only just sort of scratching the surface with now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We only really understand about 1 to 2%
Oh, really?
of how it really works. So,
Wow.
so we've read it all, and
And
of
we can
it,
understand it,
Yeah,
but we
so-
just don't know how it works.
yeah. So only about 1% of our genome, so all the DNA that we've got, actually makes proteins. So what makes us us?
Yeah.
And then the rest is all just regulates, and it's a bunch of random little
Okay.
things we don't really understand how they work yet.
Oh, wait
I
up.
like the Venga Boys. I'm not sure why either, but
Yeah. Is that part of our genetics, the Venga Boys? Love it.
it's because I like the party.
Yeah. Because we like to party. We like to party.
Oh,
But-
Dutch
so-
pop. Sorry. Carry on about the genomes.
So in regards to it as well, like
Listen to Paul sounding like
so
he's like
there
some
is-
special
no, 'cause it's quite
interviewer.
interesting. no, only because it's interesting. Have you looked it up? Have you read about it?
Never heard of it.
There was a thing, right, where they're trying to take parts of the DNA out to find out if it makes something better or something worse, in a sense. So, like, is that not a thing where they're trying to manipulate it?
So there are tools to genetically modify organisms. So, for example, a really popular one at the moment is called CRISPR.
Yes, I've heard about this.
It's,
Yeah.
it's basically, in a nutshell, a tool that can remove and replace lengths of DNA.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Right.
In which case you could say there's been a lot of talk about it with genetically modifying crops to make them more efficient.
Oh, there's one.
And-
GMOs.
Yes.
There we go.
So what you could do, for example, is say you've got your normal species of corn that you grow for food, and it's an incredibly high-yielding crop. It's very good at producing a lot of corn, but come a drought, it's a really weak plant.
Okay.
It's completely hopeless in terms of surviving.
That no longer has what it
Yeah.
needed beforehand.
Because it's no longer the same species that it was, 500 to 1,000 years ago or whatever, because we're just selectively breeding it the whole time. It's something
So-
completely different.
what do you say to all those GMO nose people out there?
They're completely safe.
No,
Most,
you know
most-
the people that go there and they say
Yeah.
GMO no because it's going to affect what the plant does or whatever, right?
Yeah, no, it's a load of crap.
Thank
We've
you.
been genetically modifying things forever.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Even before we
Like
knew
dogs
exactly
and
right.
shit.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
been
Yeah.
making
Exactly.
other
Oh, we made
certain
dogs.
dogs fuck
Yeah.
other dogs to make them
Exactly
pleasurable
right.
to
Yeah.
our eye.
There
Yeah,
was
just
not
because we
unlocked-
didn't know what. Yeah.
That's basically what's
It's
been
true.
happening, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
It's true.
The only difference is now we do it in a lab rather than spending generations breeding them.
You fucking labs.
Which lab are you going to, boys? I'm coming in on this one, eh?
Hey.
Yeah.
See when the simplicity,
Yeah.
like
So
the
for-
simple guys
yeah.
come in, we bring it back to sex. We can't help ourselves.
For example, bananas used to be tiny, like the size of your pinky, if that. Really tiny fruit. They were sour and had little hard bits, and they were horrible. And that was
I have
before
heard
we
of
knew what
this.
DNA was. Wheat used to
And there
be
wasn't
pretty
even
much
broccoli, was there?
undigestible.
Broccoli's like a whole made-up thing, isn't it?
Broccoli, there's a whole large group, so like broccolini and a lot of other similar
Yeah.
things are all vaguely related as a species. Like they've all got one ancestor species that we've cultivated over generations. Yeah.
Wow. I knew about the banana thing. I thought
So
that
we've
was
been
very
making
interesting.
different types of broccolis fuck, and that's how new
Yeah.
types of broccolis come.
Absolutely.
Liam, you know a lot about cultivation.
You know what, guys? You know what, guys?
Advertising.
I think this has been a really fun
It has
episode.
been.
I
It
think
has.
we're going to have to get, of course, everybody who's been on the show on again.
Yeah,
Big
obviously.
thank you to Kiwi Paul,
No worries.
Scottish George, and newly badcast named Dr. Dan or Daniel.
Daniel,
All right.
either. Disclaimer, not a doctor. I feel like that should be in my name.
Not an official doctor.
You're in
but
the wrong place for that. You're
but-
now a doctor.
But
in
at
the world of
Badcast
podcast,
standards, then you're a doctor,
You're a
of
doctor.
course.
Fantastic.
So, thanks for listening, everybody. You can catch the Badcast on all major podcast networks and apps. And you can also get us at ozcastnetwork.com. My Breaker handle is Podcast Fiend, at Podcast Fiend. And Big Al is at Big Al Comedy on Breaker. He's in Biggie. Thanks for
showing up.
For leaving us sitting here. I think he's in the fucking Gold Coast, so have a good gig, big fella.
Whatever, Big Al.
And catch him at Big Al Comedy.
Don't forget to big up the old elephant here.
And big thanks to the home ground of the Badcast, the Elephant British Pub, with about 1,000 beers on tap. $8 jugs here all day, every Wednesday. So check that out. And we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for coming on, everybody.
Help us buy more beers and sponsor us. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter or badcast.com.au. The Badcast is part of the Ozcast podcast network.
Scottish George, where can we find you on the internet?
Facebook.
See you later.
Yeah.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.